Hi, and welcome to Sonoma Parenting 101, as well as Montessori Curriculum 101. Today's film supports the development of writing. Writing and reading is part of the language development in the Montessori classroom. First of all, I want to say that any hands-on activity that children do helps to strengthen and coordinate the finger and hand muscles to eventually learn penmanship. When we have great penmanship, then we can write and we can express ourselves in many different ways. Something important to remember is that, first of all, the development takes years, and that all areas of the classroom support writing. Any hands-on activity supports the development of penmanship and writing. So I not only focus on the strictly language development in the Montessori classroom, but I want to begin by just showing some very simple activities that all children should have available. Let's start with scissors. The skill of handling scissors is very important for children, and there are many different types of scissors available, and cutting paper, cutting yarn is an activity that should be available for years, if not for a lifetime. Painting with different sizes of brushes. Very, very welcomed by children. Many children love painting, and it's a very important expression, especially as the language, the speaking development occurs. I set out different types of weaving. Let's look at the weaving on these wooden boards. You can order wooden boards. These are the same. One weaving is with ribbons and one is with raffia. Weaving is a great skill. These can become wonderful gifts, and they teach, aside from the hand development, so many skills for children. Most children in the classroom love weaving. I would highly recommend making that available. Weaving with ribbons and also weaving with raffia. Now here is weaving a basket. This is another great gift. You can make your own templates of a basket, or you can simply order them. Again, great gifts, great learning of patterns, great development of fine motor skills. Sewing is a very important activity. It's very easy to set it up. Just different colored strips of felt. First, just very short marks for stitches, and just to maneuver a needle to come up, to dive down, come up and dive down. And then eventually you can introduce different stitches and do beautiful little crafts of sewing. I have noticed, especially in boys, that if they are not very interested in handling crayons or a pen, they love sewing. They want to sew little play sets, they want to sew little purses or bags. It doesn't matter how we develop the skill of penmanship. It matters that we provide a lot of hands-on activities for the children to practice. This is another favorite of children. Paper weaving. This is very easy to prepare. Just take some construction paper, fold it in half, cut slots or slits, and then have different colored papers available for weaving. It helps if in the beginning you offer 2 different colors, because with weaving you go over, under, and then you go under, over. So there would be a pattern. I show you a couple samples. If they do a really wonderful job, we laminate it and they have a placemat. This was a team effort by several children, and we have this in the classroom for their lunch or snack. So one more thing is braiding. Some children, you would be so surprised, really take to braiding. In the beginning, use 3 different colors of yarn or string. And when they get that pattern of taking turns in the middle and they really start braiding, they have all sorts of ideas what they would like to braid. So now we have arrived at the push pin, the metal insets, and the sandpaper letters, which also, here's a book. I like the book because it's compact and it offers word examples on the side. So it's called the Red Letter Alphabet Book. I don't really want to promote or advertise any certain products, but it comes in very handy. And a child can simply take it to a rug or to the table and find the letters of their names. Beginning sound, ending sound, vowel in the middle. 3-letter words, that's how we start. Now there are certain criteria that is important to introduce as much as possible. Top to bottom, left to right. From your point of view, this is the top and that is the bottom of the table. Left to right. Then we start a new row, left to right. That is how we read. So we introduce it whenever we can. If I have an activity set up on the rug, find the top left corner and start setting up. If we have a group activity, everybody move to the right. And in the beginning, of course, you assist with direction and you model what the right means. But at tables, on the rug, in the classroom, on the shelves, top to bottom, left to right. So let's take a look at the push pin. This is a needle. You can use a big fat thumbtack. You can come up with any type of needle that you might have. This is a template of a leaf. I have templates of acorns or transportation, whatever children find interesting. And they perforate. You see the black dots? And every dot becomes a hole. They go all the way around, and if they do a really good job and it's perforated very tightly, then the leaf shape will come out like butter. I always say that. Is it coming out like butter? And they say, it's like butter, it comes out like butter. And they did a really good job. They make different color leaves. You know, you can make photocopies of brown and orange and purple and red, green, all sorts of leaves, and then they can make a collage. And this is so close to a pencil. They love this project. They do this every day. Push pin. Now, here we come to the metal inset. So this is the frame, and this itself is the metal inset. You see that in the free lesson that you can download on the language material on Montessori Curriculum 101. The metal inset paper is 5.5 by 5.5 inches, and it fits exactly on top of the paper. The frame fits. Now, I show you 2 ways. Let me take the blue one. It's dark and you can see it well. 2 tips how to promote a pencil grip. I show it to you twice. And fold the pencil over. Let's do it again. The point towards the child, 3 special fingers, grasp it, fold it over, and there's your pencil grip. That's one way. The other way, hold it, 3 special fingers, slide down. One more time, 3 special fingers, hold it, and slide down. The frame is easier to trace than the metal inset. You hold it tight, you take it off, you take a look. That's a beautiful circle. Let's trace the metal inset and let's use a different color. So we very precisely lay it on top. Am I right on it? Can you see it? Really take your time to be accurate. Double check. 3 special fingers, hold the little peg. Let's take yellow. Pencil grip. Let go. Here we find the line. Let's lift it up. Oh, I did pretty good, but it's not exactly the same. So the metal insets, this is just one. There are many, many forms. They all have names. You find that all in the materials. The children can make endless designs. They overlap. They make 2 or 3 shapes. You see that all in the free lesson on the language PDF. And this is a great way to promote a pencil grip and beautiful penmanship. So the metal insets. And now let's take a minute to focus on the sandpaper letters. This is what A looks like. This is how we make A. So this is what A looks like. This is how we make A. Let's take the sound before the name. This is what looks like. And this is how we make Try to remember to either do or speak, but only one at a time. This is what looks like, and this is how we make top to bottom, left to right. And here's a box with all the vowels, the consonants, and when we make the film about reading and word building, we will use the metal insets again. So this is just a short clip on the development of writing, the development of pencil grip to really promote beautiful penmanship. It's a process of at least 2 or 3 years. Very, very important to let the children experience all hands of materials in the classroom, in practical life, in sensorial, in mathematics, language, cultural subjects. And they do it with the left hand, they do it with the right hand, they switch back and forth. All that is welcomed. Celebrate every little step. Really recognize their progress. Recognize how proud they are that they have accomplished something. You will find large differences between children. You might have a child, he or she is 2 years old, and for whatever reason they have a perfect pencil grip. And then you might have a 4-year-old child, they still grasp. This is how they take the pencil or the crayon. I stay away from markers. I really don't like them because they're so slippery. And to control something slippery for beautiful penmanship is just too difficult.